All right, welcome back. Part 25. Yeah, I missed the unit from the military CS. I'm pretty sure I mentioned the system I have of where I'm rolling a number, a random number, on a random internet number generator site page thing. And anyway, we rolled a 1, which you can see is a longbowman. We had 6 options. We rolled a 1. Um, kind of looks somewhat suspicious, but I feel good about it. I rolled a 1. I'm gonna give myself what that unit is. So good. Worker we want to move across. And I did catch actually something where I had microed the city, but I hadn't actually microed it the way I wanted it to. We put an engineer on and then came off that iron hill. So yeah, that's a lot better. I just saw a red barbarian like over here. Oh, that was that guy. Okay. Yeah, I really like not having unit cycling. The game's playing pretty nicely here. So what someone did mention to me was that when a barbarian spawns next to a camp, they don't actually move for 2 or 3 turns. Where I was kind of dancing my scout around a little bit because barbarian had spawned, when in fact a barbarian was not actually allowed to move for some turns. Cool. So we got some more influence with Almaty. They're up to 186 with our best rival is Ramses at 58, so feel pretty good about that. There was a worker over here, and he went to the city. Oh, there he is. We're gonna get shot and bombarded if I move here, so stay out of the way. Again, this trireme not the most useful at the moment. That first trireme was amazing. I mean, we made so much gold off meeting these city-states. I guess I could send him up to explore a bit. I mean, he's no longer really doing anything to France, so I guess I'll just do that. Have you wake up, like, over here, I guess. Okay. Next turn. Oh, what I was actually thinking about, too, was that we do need to start building a road network. It's funny because we were sort of counting on...
The great thing in this world is not so much where we stand, as in what direction we are moving.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't recognize the name, Oliver Wendell Holmes, but it's a good quote. Anyway, we were sort of counting on whatchamacallit, harbors to give us our trade, but now that we're going to be going to war with Egypt, we do need to be able to move units around the map. So I'm just going to start roading. The good news is that we won't be paying for a lot of these roads because they're not in our territory. Okay, research. I think now is a good time to finally get metal casting. We'll get the smithy and the blast furnace, which will help us with our longbow production. We'll reveal coal, which will give us some additional production. I think the blast furnace is unique to the Vanilla Enhanced mod. It's a pretty cool building. Actually, no, it's not unique. I don't know if it's unique. But a general. Yeah, it's a cool building where it gives you extra production on iron and coal, and bonus production 15% towards building land units. So that's nice. Now we do have to finally move some of these guys into position. I'll put my vanilla sort of in a slightly more exposed spot. Cross you there. I guess you can finish healing. We'll ignore you for now. And I think now we have a balance of 2 open, 2 rough as far as our longbow count is concerned. And it's hard to say what we want this archer to be. I don't know if we're going to upgrade the longbow or not, but I think we'll just go rough for now. So if I kill the spearman, I will come under attack from the city, and it doesn't look like Almaty's really supporting me anymore. So maybe I'll just start falling back a tad. Okay, let's get our roads going. Yeah. Now it would have been nice if I had figured out a way to protect this general. Again, it's not an excuse, but playing and talking is I found quite difficult for me. I should have just moved the longbow up a square, and then I could have had the general protecting this guy. Oh well. Now this general, I'll just sort of move him in this. Maybe this. No, let's go in that direction. I mean, we're gonna need probably 2 generals for Egypt anyway, so. And we are still in the 13 turn golden age, so. I wish great people gave, like, they didn't have that penalty to their golden age generation, because, I mean, you can generate a lot of great generals throughout the course of a game, and when you're getting like a 4-turn golden age out of a pop, just feels sort of underwhelming. For me. That's just me. Alright, so let's take Paris. This will be sweet. I don't know. Can any of these longbows shoot this archer? Is just what I'm contemplating right now. And these both can. So we want to give this guy some experience. Sorry. Yeah. Alright. I'll take one more shot to be on the safe side. And it looks good. And use our wounded unit. Cool. So as you vanilla players can see, half the population from the city capture did not die. I believe it's just a random number between 1 and 3. There's a whole bunch of changes, sort of minor tweaks, if you will, to puppets and occupied cities and whatnot. It's more or less the same idea, just I don't know, probably slightly more balanced and whatnot. So we want to take a look at the city. Looks like we got a granary and a walls. I think this walls is from our social policy, but I'm not certain. And we got the pyramids, and a great library. So that's cool. As far as whether or not we want to annex the city, I might say yes. I mean, this is a pretty good city. We'll have a river horse. I don't know. Could be good. Let's see. Well, there's really not that much production. There's a bunch of. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Now we did have these 2 archers sitting around over here. Yeah, it's a 20 point shot. Look at that. Ooh, 14. And I'm just gonna go ahead and kill his great general. Mine as well, right? That archer's not really gonna threaten my scout immediately. Okay, so I cannot believe that took what 25 videos to go kill Paris, but it did. Sorry for the wait, but we did it, so that's good. Oh, so now we have the city. I am going to move in and improve this. 2 turns. And if I'm not mistaken, that will be surplus? No. Will not. Yeah, we dipped right into -2 unhappy. So I guess, I don't know, selling the spices, And I don't know, we'll just go for 1 more rough, and then we'll just sort of go open from there. Is this decisive? Yeah. Cool. Oh, not quite. So, I think what we'll do is, well, we'll just see what he's offering us for peace at the moment.
Bonjour.
Nothing. So maybe what we'll do is just go put a little pressure on Orleans, see if he gives us a better offer, and we'll take it from there. I mean, if he doesn't want to give us anything, then we'll just make peace. I don't want the Diplo hit from killing a CiV. I do want to remain more or less friendly with this continent. So. And so we're getting a great scientist. We're getting 5 points from Paris. I didn't realize that we generated great people points while in rebellion or whatever this is called, resistance. But sweet. Yeah, great library is 5 scientist points. So we might actually wind up just annexing that city purely for the purpose of generating great scientists there. We'll make it kind of like a high food city. It's got plenty of river tiles. I always say rivel. I don't know why. River tiles. I mean, my job is to speak English, and sometimes I find it difficult. Plantation in 1. Oops, did I hit the wrong thing? I'm trying to get used to also additionally using more keyboard shortcuts as I play. It's weird how there's actually no documentation about keyboard commands, but they do exist. There's a couple of websites that have some information on them. I noticed that they don't have a couple things like that. What I was looking for was specifically how to cycle my units like manually, and I didn't actually find that on any internet page. But what I did find was sort of like a modding thing about where you can change the commands within the game, and then I found that file and then saw the actual command to do that action. If that makes sense. I am going to pull the spearman out just for the purpose of moving this longbow up the most efficient way possible. And as far as this longbow goes, we can just start heading back to base. It would suck to get sneak attacked while our units are just kind of dicking around in New Orleans. So our stuff, open borders with Montezuma has ended, and I seem to recall denouncing them. We'll see. We have denounced them, they have denounced us, yeah. And what was it? I made a friendship with one of their enemies. Let's think about the Aztecs, man. There's such, I don't know, there's some AIs that are just not coded well, that just sort of never succeed. And Montezuma is one of them, and I'm convinced it's because he literally just does not know how to make friends. Like, you know, it sounds like he's like a 2-year-old kid at school, but like literally Montezuma cannot make a friend. And like when he does make a friend, he betrays them, you know, by declaring on them or some crap like that. I don't know, like I know some CiVs are programmed to be more aggressive, but it seems to me that you can be aggressive without having to like put yourself in this horrible diplomatic position. I don't know. So they just like way over denounce people and just wind up completely boxing themselves out of like any and all friendships. It's kind of bad. Now this could be a pretty good gold city. I mean, we have these 2 cottons, so I think we're gonna just go ahead and start trading posting here. Got our Notre Dame down to 8. Don't remember exactly where it was before we finished that mine, but I don't know, 8 turns. I'm pretty confident that we're gonna get that. I hope so. So end of video 25. I will see you in 26, guys. Peace.